Hello everyone, my name is PJ and welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy II on the Famicom, part 13. Okay, I only took care of a few things between episodes. I didn't do any level grinding because, let's be honest, I'm still kind of kicking ass, high encounter rate or no. I learned some things about the Azuna spell that affects what I'm going to need to put in my inventory, because I was considering getting rid of the cross, mallet, and gold needle, because I figure Azuna would just get rid of those, right? Well, not right away. See, what Azuna is limited to curing is based on its level, and it can actually cure one level higher outside of combat, if that makes any sense. And it cures one level lower if you use it as a group target spell, which I'm guessing is why I wasn't able to remove Venom from the whole group. I can only single target. It had to be one level higher. Also, Mini is a temporary status. So, unless I actually put a mallet on a person, it's useless to me. So, I'm going to be selling that. Yep. Sold for 1,000 gil, damn. Similarly, I don't know why I said similarly. I meant additionally. And additionally, I rearranged everyone's equipment. I put Furion's Thief's Gloves on Guy, so I could give Guy's gold hairpin to Furion. So now their evasions and accuracies are a bit more evened out. See, Furion has really high accuracy and evasion, decent defense, and decent magic resistance, all in one. It's amazing. Maria isn't so lucky in the defense and evasion department, but she has enough evasion to at least be gaining agility points. Guy's is pretty good too. Not as much evasion as Maria, but still enough to be gaining it. And Layla is pretty good all around minus her defense. So, now, defense-wise, Furion is finally the toughest, which is what I wanted from the start. Because his evasion, or agility, I forget which, is what determines whether or not we get ambushed. And I don't like being ambushed. I think I should sell the Giant's Gloves. Yeah, they boost your strength by 10 points. But at the same time, actually, all they do is give you a massive magic penalty. And Furion doesn't have any offensive spells. I don't think Cure 7 can miss. I don't know how it works. But goddamn, Furion is strong enough already, isn't he? Nah, let's go ahead and give that to him. Now I'll take a quick look at his stats. Strength, 40. You mean it wasn't already 40? Attack 52, 96 accuracy still. 55 evasion, 64 magic resistance, and 48 defense. Damn. So this is one bad mofo right here. So, that's really all I did. Minus selling the mallet, which you just saw me do. So now, we're going to be going back into the Finn Castle dungeon. Hopefully, it will go faster this time. Because I know, like, half of yesterday's episode was just me. Like, half of the raw footage, anyway. You didn't see most of it, but I was falling asleep during those encounters, man. There were so many of them, and against so many undead that I couldn't run away from. It was just... it was mentally draining. Can I? No? Okay. What? Oh, okay. Is this how I get... oh, yeah, it is. Oh my god. Please prepare your equipment here. What? What's here? Oh, more treasure! Gold armor. Gold. Wait. Armor and cuirasses have different icons? Oh, I get it. The one that looks like it's a complete torso is armor. The one that's just a breastplate is okay. So, who needs armor? Because I'm totally fine with giving people cuirasses. You need it. Yeah. I mean, it lowers your evasion, but it increases your defense at least. What about you, Layla? You have a silver cuirass. You're good. And what's in you? A gold shield. Are you kidding? I guess I forgot to mention, I also replaced everyone's Mithril shields with gold shields. So that gold shield I just picked up is worthless to me. Well, I can sell it at least. So if I remember correctly, the stairs to the next floor were up in the northeastern corner. And it begins. Let's see how much damage I can do now with the Giant's Gloves. Not much more, but at least I can one-shot the Revenants now. So, reading Angry GM articles, he really seems to favor Dragon Quest over Final Fantasy. I'm not totally certain why. A lot of the reasons he doesn't like Final Fantasy are still present in Dragon Quest. Like, the world map, for example, being comprised of nothing but random encounters, with nothing actually interesting to see out there. The world map is nothing but a string of random, motivationless battles from points A to point B. He wonders what the point is. And the same problem exists in D&D, actually. Most DMs don't really know how to handle overworld travel. Oh my god. Okay. Parasites and brains can both drain MP, I think. So they both need to die right away. Oh no, brains cast swap. Oh god, if swap succeeds... I mentioned swap before. It swaps your current HP and MP with the target, but it doesn't let you exceed your maximum. So if a creature with really low HP and MP, like the brain, casts swap on you, then basically all it does is massively drain your HP and MP on the spot. It's incredibly overpowered for enemies to be using, but at least it seems to miss for them. Why is it giving me normal potions? This is ridiculous. Oh god, not more of them. But as I was saying... Oh, the brain ran away. Cool. As I was saying, the same problem exists in D&D because most DMs don't really know what to do with overworld travel, and it's something that I've been really struggling with for the past several days, trying to find a way to make overland travel work. And I read the Angry GM's article on overland travel, and it has a lot of good ideas, but I don't fully agree with its methods. Basically, the idea was you treat the wilderness like a dungeon, because that's what the wilderness is. It is just a string of encounters, just instead of a labyrinth, it's more like a straight line. And maybe sometimes you have multiple paths to take. But he seems to be under the impression that it's okay to have, like, an average of 3 encounters per day of that travel. Now, is that too much? How many sessions does that last for? I mean, say the trip is 12 days. That's 36 encounters in the wilderness. And if you've never played D&D before, D&D battles go pretty slow, even in the fastest systems. None of them go as slow as D&D 4th edition, but... What's over here? North feels like the correct direction. And I would be wrong. Okay, let's see what's over here. A door? Well, the system that I'm using is D&D 5th edition, which he does refer to in his article about overworld travel. Like, how do you make overworld travel interesting? You treat it like a dungeon, and you basically give the characters interesting choices and things to look at and all that. And he complained about the foraging system in 5e, but I think I have a way to make it interesting without changing it too much. Because he thought I'm trying not to get too deep into the mechanics, because for those of you who haven't played D&D, then you have no idea what a DC is. A DC stands for difficulty class. Basically, it's a number that you have to beat on a die roll in order to succeed. So if somebody tells you to pick up like a 6-sided die, for example, and they told you to roll at least a 3, then that's what you had to do. It's pretty simple. Of course, in Dungeons and Dragons, you usually use a 20-sided die, called a D20. But yeah, as for foraging for food, I have a pretty good system, I think. I did a lot of math last night. I learned some things about math, too. Like, how to turn percentages that technically go on forever into solid fractions. Oh, god damn it. Or at least it's just amnesia. Amnesia's not a big deal. I'm not even casting spells. Okay, Furion, you kill that parasite. Maria, you try and kill her brain. You guys... all of these enemies are terrible. All of these enemies are horrifying. Yeah, but I don't really know how interested you guys are in hearing me talk about math and foraging and Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, the system that I have set up is mostly automated. All the players had to do is decide who does what before they start out, make sure they have enough backup supplies, and then I do everything else. Once in a while, if it's an interesting enough decision, I'll give them the choice of, changing paths. Like, do you want to take the shorter dangerous route, or the longer safe route? Depending on what risks they're willing to take. Are you willing to risk more encounters on the road and using more supplies? Or would you rather get there faster, using less supplies, but with more difficult and frequent encounters? And that's mostly what the Angry GM complains about when it comes to Overworlds in Final Fantasy. I mean, the only Dragon Quest game he actually referenced when talking about interesting overworlds was Dragon Quest VIII. And I love Dragon Quest VIII. Dragon Quest VIII is one of my top 10 favorite games of all time. But Dragon Quest VIII's world map isn't that interesting. He talked about going off into the wilderness to find friendly recruitable monsters and treasure chests. Well, you know what? Final Fantasy IX had something similar. It had the Chocograph minigame, where you would find treasure maps buried underground and follow the hints to find buried treasure on the world map. That was cool. And a lot of the Final Fantasies have a strong air of exploration to them as well. Like, especially Final Fantasy V. Most people don't know that there is a secret area in Final Fantasy V that you can only access during a particular chapter of the game that involves going underwater and resurfacing at a certain lake and wandering around until you get in a random encounter with a creature that you can recruit. That's a thing. But I'm wondering if the Angry GM even knows about that. Amnesia's permanent? Oh, god damn it. Guy, can you heal that with Azuna? Yes, you can. Does it work on the whole party? No. Guess that means it has to be one level higher. I probably should get Azuna to level 6 at some point. Yeah, but the reason the whole 3 encounter per in-game day thing can't work, hello new enemy, can't work in my campaign is because the amount of days it takes to travel from one place to another, because my campaign takes place in a currently existing world called Faerun, which is enormous. Actually, the Faerun's the name of the continent, sorry. The world is called, well, the universe is called the Forgotten Realms. You've probably heard of it if you know anything about D&D. Yeah, but it takes place in the continent of Faerun, and it's enormous. Absolutely fucking huge. To get from one city to another, it typically takes around 20 days. Nobody wants to have 60 random encounters. But random encounters still have to mean something, right? What's the point of fighting in the wilderness? Sure, they get experience and gold, but they can do that anywhere. And if the encounters are too easy, then they'll probably metagame it and just hang around the wilderness forever until they've killed enough shit to level up a few times. Because encounters in D&D are almost always level appropriate. So even though the battles never get any more difficult, you're still gaining XP at a regular pace. Which means that battles have to be more story-based. Is that floor gonna break? Why does that floor have a different texture? And all these rooms are empty. Or at least I haven't actually been triggering the traps. Ooh, these things do a lot of damage, jeez. But yeah, so you can't have too many encounters, or the party will get overwhelmed and bored. And if there's so many encounters, you have to be able to make sure that they can survive the trip, so you gotta make them all easy. And that just makes leveling up really fast, really easy. And nearly guaranteed, because 60 encounters will gain you several levels in D&D. Especially if they're all level appropriate. And D&D levels don't go very high. Most editions cap at level 20. You're supposed to level slowly in D&D. So, the alternate solution is to just have a small number of deadly encounters. That way the wilderness at least feels dangerous, and actually has a chance of draining some of their resources. Maybe they'll survive the fight and can use some of their easily renewable resources to heal themselves. Or maybe halfway through the fight, they'll have to use some of their expensive potions of healing in order to heal. Ooh, I should really heal after this fight. God damn. She's dead. Wow. Which means the guy's turn is wasted. Okay, it feels like these things are tougher in this fight than in the previous ones. Come on. Kill them already. Jeez. Okay, from now on, focus everyone's attention on one mantis until it's dead. Clearly I'm not strong enough to two-shot these things. Okay, we're just gonna leave Maria behind, that's cool. Flame shield. Cool. I already had an ice shield. Flame shield probably has a similar effect. Who should I give that to? Varian's the only one who regularly holds a shield. Let's give it to Guy. He holds shields the second to most often. Is that a trap room? Yeah. It's just the stalagmites. Some GMs, but a lot of GMs actually, like to stick with a particular method of handling random encounters during wilderness travel. I mean, a lot of them just skip wilderness travel altogether. They just say, you travel for 20 days and you make it to your destination, but trust me, the journey was harrowing. This and such this happened along the way. Yeah. That's what a lot of them do, but most of them use a system where you just have one random encounter during the trip, just to let you know that there are creatures out in the wilderness that want to kill you. And then that's it. It doesn't matter how far the distance is. Whether it's a 1-day trip or a 30-day trip, you will have one random encounter. Which, there was a point where I was convinced that that was the best way to handle it. Because any more than that and players get bored. But the angry GM and I both seem to agree that that's a pretty lame way to handle things. There's the stairs. Oh god, 3 of these things? Okay, Maria, time to bust out the big guns. I'm talking about her spells. What are you thinking of? Not very weak to fire from being bugs. Maybe ice? Guy's dead. They all attacked Guy. That was not fair. Wow. These guys, oh, they're really weak to ice. Okay. Furion, you cast Life on Guy. Maria, you cast Blizzard on the other one. And Layla, you keep trying to kill off that mantis. Now they're all going after Layla. What the hell? It's like the entire group of mantises picks a target and sticks with it. And Guy's dead again. What the fuck? These things are smart. That's unusual. To find a smart enemy in an NES JRPG. So those are the stairs. Is there anything up here? Yep. Spider Silk. I think that's an item that casts slow for free. Pretty sure. God damn it, they both ended up in the back row. Oh well, they can stay there. They have tons of hit points. Furion and Layla need the hit points. Just, maybe have Guy cast Cure on the whole party? Maria, you cast Blizzard. And Layla, you cast Thunder. How do they react to Thunder? I missed how much damage it did. I think it either did 17 or 117. Are you fucking kidding me? The mantis ran away right before I managed to kill it? Those actually are smart enemies. That is weird. And why do the colors of the walls change every floor? What the hell? Hello, Ogre Chiefs. Wait, did I see 4 creatures listed? I only see 3 kinds. Okay then. Furion, you take out an Ogre Chief. Maria, you cast Blizzard on one of the Adamantuses, I guess. Guy, you heal the party. If you want to do that 2 more times, I'm gonna have to use some ethers on you. And Layla, you attack another Ogre Mage. Oh, cool, you can one-shot them. And the other Ogre Mage escaped. I guess the Ogre Chief's Ogre Mages aren't that big of a deal anymore. Yeah, so that's mostly what I've been struggling with lately, is figuring out how to make Wilderness travel interesting without it taking too long. The angry GM heard me say that, he'd probably just insist that I skip it. But he himself has said that the idea isn't bad, the execution is. It should be possible to make Wilderness travel interesting and not let it take forever. It can be an adventure. It can be like a dungeon, just preferably a shorter, less eventful one. Because the heroes have places to be, but I don't want them to think that them having places to be is a good enough excuse for the universe to give them a free pass through the most dangerous places in the world. Ah, you're out of MP. Ah, whatever, just attack the air. Yeah, Ogre Chiefs aren't that bad. They're probably all muscle. Like, they probably hit for a ton of damage. Blizzard Tome. Replace the potion. Let me get everyone situated back into place. Guy, you get back in the front. And let's use some ethers on you. Just a couple. If I run into any more of those parasites, I don't want them to waste my ethers. How many floors are there? Betrayal Fang? Yeah, I know that's what it stands for. It's not Betray Fang, it's Betrayal Fang, but I forget what it does. Let me look it up, I guess. Oh, that makes sense. It casts Confuse 16. So if you wanted to confuse an enemy into attacking its allies, you could. But the only time you would ever want to use that is on bosses, and they don't have allies. So, fuck it. I want to continue to the next floor, but there's bound to be more treasure chests. God damn it. Wow, hilarious. They ambushed me. All of them missed, and one of them ran away. Beautiful. Even the Ogre Chief runs away. I just met it. And the Adamantus ran away. Holy crap. How powerful am I? Okay, is there a single one of these doors that isn't a trap room? Because I have yet to find a treasure room. Okay, there's a treasure chest up in the northwestern corner, and over there. But there's also one last door I have to check. I can't believe the Ogre Chiefs run away. That's ridiculous. And I bet it's a trap room. Yep. Is it safe to assume that they're all trap rooms? Just based on the fact that all of them have been trap rooms? Or should I keep trying them? The only reason I knew a lot of the trap rooms in the beginning of the game were so was because the beginning of the game is the part I'm most familiar with. Like I said, I don't I don't know the layout of this dungeon. I don't know how many floors there are. I don't even remember if there's a boss. So there's 2 more treasure chests to grab on this floor, and then we'll move on to the next floor. Of course I am. Okay, what to toss? Let's toss let's just use the potion, actually. Flame armor. Nah. Okay, I'm finally here. God damn it, okay. I should have known. Ooh, the blood sword? This is where you get the blood sword? Holy crap. Okay. The blood sword, I don't think it was in Final Fantasy 1. Pretty sure. It might have been in the remakes, but the blood sword is a very special weapon in this game. It's typically depicted in Firian's artwork as like his main sword. That's like you know how the Buster Sword is the main sword of Final Fantasy 7? Gunblade in 8, Brotherhood in 10, Blazefire Saber in 13, all of them? The blood sword is this game's weapon. And, well, what it does, what it's supposed to do, is it's a really weak sword that when you attack an enemy with it, it drains their health and heals you by an amount that you did in damage. But since it's weak, it's typically never a strong amount. But it does have one very important use that we will be seeing, that I will be showing off, but not until the end of the game. Yeah, but we're not going to be equipping that weapon for a very long time, but we're not going to be selling it. So it'll just be occupying a spot in my inventory for pretty much the rest of the game. In fact, as soon as this fight is over, I'm going to rearrange my inventory so that the blood sword is at the bottom, so that I never accidentally sell it. Oh god damn it, these things can petrify? Since when? I've been fighting them this whole goddamn time. Wait, let me check to see if Azuna is strong enough to work on stone. It's not. Okay. It's not a high enough level. I really need to get that to 6. It's a good thing I had this gold needle. Yeah, if you don't have a strong enough Azuna, gold needles is the only way to get rid of that. Yeah, blood sword. Let's see. Let's put you down here. Wouldn't it have sucked if I'd accidentally clicked on the trash can? Hooey. They're all running away from me. That's fine. I want them to run. I'll make this go faster. Oh, I forgot to put Layla in the front row. Still hate that. I'll probably never get used to it for the rest of this game. At least I remembered right away, as soon as I noticed. Anyway, next floor. Is this the last floor? Actually, I finally got hit by an Ogre Chief. Did 2-digit damage. They're just big wusses. Okay, is this the last floor? I mean, it's awfully flooded. It'd be weird if there were any floors further down. Treasure chest. Oh, a calcum? Oh, that's a knife. Oh, that must be the Orichalcum Dirk, and it's guarded by 2 Rios, which are recolors of the Chimera that we fought not that long ago. Although I'm guessing that since we haven't run into the Chimera normally yet, these things aren't nearly as strong as the Chimera. Which is an unfortunate thing for them, because the Chimera were already weak. So let's just have everybody attack 1 and see how we do. Almost 500 damage with the first hit. Fire 7, which does less than 30 damage to, well, 30 damage to Maria. Do you take less damage from fire if you're in the back row? From spells, that is? I don't know. It could just be her magic resistance in particular. But yeah, these guys are not tough. More of these guys, please. Now, I still haven't run into those green souls as a normal enemy yet. But yeah, Orichalcum Dirk, that should be a huge improvement over what Layla has now. Let's see. Here it is. Oh yeah, it is. Then I can put the main gauche in her offhand. Set it right this time. Let me heal everyone. That's a lot of doors. Something tells me it wants to choose from them. I'm slowly reaching the end of my hour-long session. Of course, it'll probably be super short for you guys, since it's been mostly random encounters this whole video. Which is unfortunate, but at least I had a lot to talk about. Only because I had something actually troubling me that I wanted to actually discuss. I don't know, maybe someone who sees this video, anyone at all, can actually give me some advice in the matter. But, like I said, I did write a system for wilderness travel in my campaign that I think will work. I think it's interesting. I mean, I still do most of the work. I mean, I'm not going to make my players do math. Well, it's D&D, I mean, so, you know, they have to do math all the time, but this level of math is above and beyond the standard D&D player. Okay, I don't think there's anything over there. So, 6 doors. Well, I'm gonna start with the door they'd expect me to attempt last. How are these monsters down here anyway? Is there an actual ecosystem for the monsters where they can survive in these dungeons? Can they come and go as they please? Did the Empire put them here? I doubt it. If they knew about this place and they were in control of the monsters, they probably would have took the mask. Why are there monsters here? Layla's knife skill leveled up. Level 7. Oh yeah. Door number 1. Nope. Door number 2. Oh, I found it. And I really don't feel like checking the other 4. Of course I am. I will look up a map and see if there's anything in those rooms, because I really don't want to waste any more time. Throw away the regular dagger. Received white mask. Okay, 1 mask down, 1 to go. Now what's up here? A teleporter. Thank God. Teleports us right out of the... Are you fucking kidding? That is the 2nd time in the past 2 videos that I have taken 1 step out of the castle and ran into an encounter. Why can I even run into encounters in the town tiles? And it's against 1 goblin. Teach you not to fuck with me. So, I still have some time, and I'm gonna be cutting out a lot anyway. Do you people have anything to say now that I have the white mask? No? Okay. What about you two? Surely you have something to tell me now that I have the white mask. Take the white mask to Mysidia. The mages there could help. Ask Mysidia? See, I know where Mysidia is, but they still haven't told me where it is. The Emperor has been laying low, but I'm sure he's planning something. Oh yeah, he is. Find the ultimate tome as soon as possible. Can't anyone tell me where Mysidia is? Are you really expected to wander the entire planet and try and find it yourself? There's nothing in this game, like the broomsticks in Final Fantasy I told you how to access the world map. Are you expected to believe that... I mean, even if you tried it, as soon as you started playing this game and it didn't work, you would assume that it didn't work, that the game didn't have a system like that. The game doesn't explain that you need the ring in order to view this map. Maybe the instruction manual taught you. I don't know. But, yeah. Mysidia will be our next destination, and once we're there, we'll finally be able to buy the Swap Tome. And I will be buying at least 3, because the Swap Tome is the best way to level up HP and MP in this whole game, as well as other stats. So, I don't really know if I'm going to be doing any grinding between episodes, because even the newest enemies are running away from me. That's insane. But I should probably level up Azuna, now that I think about it. Yeah. I'll have to work on that a lot. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you liked this episode, leave a like. I'm just starting out and every like means a lot to me. And if you want to be notified when I upload more videos, subscribe, and you will. And if you want to support me on Patreon, you can. There'll be a link in the annotations at the end of the video and in the description below. So, I'll see you all in the next video. Oh, that's only a single target spell? I guess it just has a much higher chance. He's dead already? I barely did any damage to him. I think I might be overpowered.